don't need a week here to fall in love with Lisbon. You just need one perfect day and the best recommendations. Start with a coffee recommendation that really wakes you up. Grab a pastel de nata fresh from the oven. Wander through the streets of the coolest neighborhoods and end the night at one of the most iconic Portuguese restaurants on the water at sunset. Welcome to the Lisbon vlog. And if we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Jasmine. I live in Bali, and for the past few years, my fiance and I have been bouncing around the world, sharing with you all of our travel adventures. So if you like that kind of content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. This trip is especially meaningful because it is my last European summer before trying to start a family. And if you love eating your way through a city, then you are in the right place. We're gonna be diving into some traditional Portuguese dishes, indulging in breakfast daily, exploring some of the coolest neighborhoods, and of course, ending it all on a rooftop at sunset. I'll be linking everything down in the description below so you can save my recommendations. And if I missed your favorite spot in Lisbon, be sure to drop it in the comments so someone else can take your recommendation. So whether it's your first time in Lisbon, like me, or your fifth time, there's definitely something here for you. So let's get this vlog kicked off. We're traveling from Bali to Lisbon, and then we are jumping right into the perfect one-day itinerary. Good morning! I just woke up from a really awesome slumber, and we are on our way to Lisbon right now. I'm so excited. We're gonna have a little breakfast. Ryan's over here squeezing my leg. Good morning!
Cheers.
Anyways, let's have some breakfast and I'll see you in Lisbon. We just touched down in Lisbon, guys. You know that feeling you get when you first get to a new country, new city, you drop off your bags, you just go out and start exploring. Ryan and I are just walking around. We were able to drop off our luggage at our Airbnb, which is in a really good location, but we can't check in until 4 p.m. So we have some time to kill. So first things first, we were literally starving. So we went to Time Out Market, grabbed some tacos. It was really good. There's like 30 different food stalls that you can choose from there. So it's a great place to just like pop in. You don't have to really overthink anything. And now we are going to grab some coffee, and then we're going to go get a pastel de nata because that's obviously very high on my list of things to do. But wow, I'm so excited to be here. I'm just buzzing right now. After getting caffeinated, we were ready to hit the streets, and Lisbon, as you might know, is an extremely walkable city. So if you only have one day to explore, this route that I'm going to share with you is the perfect little one-day walking itinerary. And if you're watching this video before your trip, even better, because you're going to want to book the same dinner reservation that we made tonight on the water at sunset at one of Lisbon's most iconic restaurants. But I'll share more about that later. We're going to be starting this walking tour in Caixa de Rei, which is a neighborhood full of trendy cafes, brunch spots, and really great nightlife. From there, we're going to make a short walk to Manteigaria, which is Portuguese's most iconic pastry, the pastel de nata. These are creamy little custard tarts that date back to the 1700s. The original recipe is called pastel de blême, which we're also going to try later on in this vlog. But today, Manteigaria is one of the most highly rated spots to try a pastel de nata. My first ever pastel de nata, served with cinnamon. It's better than I anticipated. It's so crispy and then so creamy on the inside. So good. From Manteigaria, you are gonna walk towards Baixia, which is Lisbon's grand downtown district. This entire area was rebuilt after a massive earthquake in 1755, so the streets here are actually a lot wider and more symmetrical compared to Lisbon's older neighborhoods. very famous highlight that I recommend you walking by is the Santa Gista lift. Everyone says that the views from the top are stunning, and if you've been, please drop in the comments and let me know. Our next stop is going to be the oldest operating bookstore in the world. First opened in 1732, which survived that earthquake in 1755. It has been running ever since. Even if you're not a big reader or you don't plan on buying any books on your trip, I do recommend just stopping inside and taking a look around. It is absolutely beautiful on the inside. And if you're looking for the perfect souvenir, buying a book from a bookshop that's been operating for nearly 300 years is pretty cool. Okay, I'm sorry to report, but Ryan slipped on his first tile because I didn't warn him that the tiles are slippery here. Sorry. By this point, it was almost time to check into our Airbnb, so we made our way back over to Chiado so we could stop at Hello Kristof. This cafe is really cool. It's very Nordic inspired. It has a minimalistic vibe and really great magazines. And while they're best known for their coffee, I couldn't bear having another coffee, so we got their homemade lemonade. And since we were visiting Lisbon at the end of August, it was just so hot outside that ice cold sweet lemonade was the perfect thing we needed to wrap up our walk before heading to check into our Airbnb. We've already done so many things that were on my checklist of places I wanted to see, but our Airbnb is now open, so let's go do a quick Airbnb tour and freshen up from the airport. Okay, you remember that special waterfront restaurant I told you you're gonna wanna make a reservation to? Yeah, we're gonna head over there now. First, what you're gonna wanna do is hop on the ferry from Cais do Sodré. It's about a quick 10-minute ride across the river, and you're gonna go towards Casiles. Once you arrive, you're gonna turn right and walk about 10 minutes along the waterfront, and at the very end, you're gonna see that iconic yellow building right on the pier. Yeah, that's Ponto Final. Okay, so we have ventured out for dinner, and you guys, I'm actually so embarrassed, but I have to tell this story because it ended up working out all in my favor in the end. But I made a reservation months before this trip, and the reservation is for tomorrow night. I had to ask the staff. I was so embarrassed. I said, you guys, I accidentally made the reservation for tomorrow night but showed up today. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing. Can you guys please seat us? And they were like, no, sorry, can't do anything about it at first. And then I was like, dang, this is so embarrassing. But they showed me a little bit of mercy and sat us down, so don't make the same mistake I did. Make your reservations and make sure you come on the day that you have reservations. But anyways, we made it. Thank God. What'd you think of dinner?
The atmosphere, the location, the views were really nice. Like, definitely that in itself makes it worth coming and getting a reservation. The food wasn't the best in my opinion. We only had
two things.
Yeah, I don't know, it was a fish stew.
Yeah.
But
okay, well.
It looked really good on the Google pictures, so that's why we ordered it.
Good morning. Ryan Ryan and I are up and super excited to start the day. We are at Neighborhood right now, which this place I found on so many blogs, so many YouTube channels, so many different people said that this place is super legit. Super excited to try it. I'll let you guys know what I think. Ended up getting the Turkish eggs. I have so many places that I can't wait to bring you guys along with. And I tried really hard on this trip to find things that were a little bit off the beaten path, maybe some more hidden gems, maybe some places that you wouldn't see so often on YouTube, because when I was doing my own research for this trip, I found so many people visiting all the same spots, which must mean that they're really great. But I know that this city has so much to offer, especially when it comes to foods, cafes, cool things to do. So I'm really excited to try and show you guys some new places, hopefully that you haven't already seen on YouTube. So that's my goal for this trip. But we're here, we're excited, the sun is shining, and we are just ready to start exploring. We stopped off at Heim to grab a little matcha, just a little pick-me-up since the coffee at Neighborhood was okay, but I was really craving a matcha this morning. Now we're about to go over to this really cool art installation museum that's in Blem, which is also where the original pastel de natas are, so I'm gonna get one of those for sure. But we're just waiting for our Uber because we're not gonna walk. We're gonna head over there now. We chose to visit the Map Museum because it's such a landmark, and when I was doing my research, I saw so many cool TikToks of really awesome exhibits that they had, and it just looked epic. The views from the river are also really beautiful, plus it just seemed like the perfect way for us to escape some of that midday heat. But that being said, Ryan and I really did not connect with the exhibits that were there. Most of it felt really dark, depressing, very controversial, and a bit like in your face. So I would say if you're nearby and you have the time, I still think it would be worth popping in. I wouldn't maybe plan your entire day around it, or maybe just try to do some research on what exhibits are there presently, because the exhibits do rotate. So your experience could be completely different than ours. What do you think of the abstract art?
It's interesting and weird. And
yeah, it's really weird.
okay, so these are the two most famous pastel de nata places in Portugal. This is the original one, and then this is the other one that has become one of the most popular. So what we're gonna do is test them each out, one bite each, and then we'll rate them and say what one's better. They're supposed to have a bit different taste.
I'm gonna try the Blem first. It definitely has a different taste. I kind of want to take a bite of this one and compare them. It's similar, but let me see. Okay, this one, the Blem, is like more eggy, less crispy, like less flaky. This one has way more structure and like a harder shell. Wow, I'm literally making such a mess right now. I still like this one better. This is my winner. Because I love the crispy, crunchy. Oh, so good. We came back to this spot to freshen up, charge our phones, cool off because it is so warm outside, but now we are venturing back out and everything has been going right for us. This trip has been really good so far. I told Ryan I really wanted to go see sunset up on a rooftop bar tonight, so that is the goal. We are gonna go grab dinner at a spot that's not Portuguese food because we don't want to be eating it every single day, and then we're gonna go to a rooftop. Too bad it's a Monday. It would have been such a vibe to be here on the weekend. Maybe if there was like an event. Ryan was already asking, he's like, do they have Afro House? I don't know if they have Afro House. But regardless, we're still gonna go keep the vibes high. So let's go grab some food and I'll see you at the restaurant. Okay, well, we're done with dinner. It was delicious, so good. And then we jumped in a Uber to come all the way over to this one specific place because Ryan wanted to get this one specific dessert. And I kid you not, as soon as we got out of the car, they shut the door. Sorry, babe. That was honestly crazy timing. Looks like he found a plan B, so it looks like we're gonna do gelato instead. See if it's good. Oh no! This one's also closed. Dang! For a place that's so busy, why is everything closing so early? What I also don't understand is people out here eat dinner really, really late. So why are the dessert spots closing before the dinner spots, before people even have dinner? How is it? It's legit. I don't even know the name of this park, but we were just driving by it in the car after Rai got his gelato and we're like, wait, this is actually really nice. Let's just stop and come check it out. Where is the sun actually setting though? It must be on the other side. Wow, it's really nice view though. What a lovely way to end another awesome day. This is just so fun. I love how Lisbon has like these little pockets throughout the city where people can like meet up, hang out, relax. Is that even though it is so dense with buildings, you still have these lovely little pockets where you've got like, there's like a really nice water fountain behind me, viewpoints, trees, all of that stuff. Yeah, I really like it. Beautiful. are stopping off at Copenhagen Coffee Lab to grab some breakfast. We just had the best little sweet treat. It was like the cinnamon bun, so soft, sweet cream cheese frosting, 10 out of 10. Amazing way to start the day, I'm not gonna lie. I love being on vacation because where else in the world do you get to have a literal cinnamon bun as breakfast? It's so awesome. So now we're waiting for our food, and then we're gonna go do some shopping at the LX factory. So let's eat. Okay, so we made it to the LX factory, and it was my goal to get here as soon as it opened for two reasons. One, because I wanted to beat the crowds, and two, it has been so hot. It's supposed to be like 97 degrees again today, so almost 100 degrees out, and I just did not want to be walking around out here totally in the heat. So there's a few places that I have on my list that I want to check out here. So let's start off with the library. Wish you guys could smell this black cod. It smells so good. Let's do a tasting. So soft, so flaky. This might be the best I've ever had. You need to try a bite. That is. So Lisbon's nickname is the city with 7 hills, and obviously there's way more than 7 hills here, but it's a nickname that has stuck around for a really long time. And what's so cool is every time you come to the top of one of these hills, otherwise known as a miraduro, you have these amazing viewpoints. So although it is quite hilly, make sure you wear the proper shoes because the ground here is really slippery, but it's worth it every time you come up to one of those miraduros. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Somebody in the comments let me know if I'm saying it or if I'm butchering it. I don't know Portuguese, but anyways, that lunch was so good. Ryan, you always find the best places to eat. So now we're heading back to our Airbnb to freshen up, charge our phones, take a shower, rest a little bit before we go back out and do some more exploring. How are the hills, Rye? Oh. Come on, baby. Get those legs going. have had such great luck so far with all of the lunches and dinners and breakfasts that we've had. Tonight we are at a truly hidden gem. This is a tiny little restaurant called Sal Grosso, and it roughly only seats about 27 people. This is gonna be like more authentic Portuguese food, but has like a modern twist to it. And there was already a line out the door as soon as we got here. I'm really excited to try the food. The menu changes quite frequently. It's just written up here on the wall. So we're hungry and ready to try some food.
What does it taste like?
Well, it kind of tastes a little bit like eggnog, but it's like so fluffy, but as soon as you put it in your mouth, it goes to like nothing.
It's like egg yolk.
Yeah, it is.
It tastes like a marshmallow dipped in egg yolk with cinnamon.
Yeah, that's a pretty good description. Oh my god, you guys. Another amazing restaurant. That was so good. Ryan said he liked it more than Ponto Final, which was the first spot that we went to.
Much better.
This was Portuguese food. I would say that I liked it better too. Wow, 10 out of 10. So cozy, so small, so intimate, so hot. Thank God we have that little tiny fan. But no, it was really, really good. So now let's hope we get a good sunset because it's like pretty cloudy out, but we're gonna go to a rooftop bar because we didn't go last night, so let's go.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back and focus on what's in front of me. Everybody dates a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I got some places I should take you to see. You know it's easy when you ride with a G. Light speed, moving fast through the city, trying to find me some peace. I finally lived to be the guy that I was dying to be. Still I got some trust issues, people lie through their teeth. The more I grew, the more they hide in the crease. Squad building, weak members get released. If we trying to compete, starting pitchers need relief. Bro, we building a team. Everybody, we all been victims of trauma we ain't agreed to, but the sun.
I've got my little mocktail, the cucumber fizz. Ryan has his water. Cheers, Ray. Non-drinkers, but we're still here for the vibes.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back and focus on what's in front of me. Everybody dates a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Such a lovely way to end the night.
That was nice.
That was fun.
It's a good view.
This is also cool. You guys, I didn't even realize the reason why it's called Park is because it's a bar in a parking lot that they just converted into a little rooftop situation. That's all the brains here, huh, Ryan? He was like, you didn't know that? And I was like, no.
We walked through an entire parking lot to get up there.
Didn't know that. Oh man, we're faced with a choice here. Which door is it? Oh, yeah, see? Literally walk through a parking lot to get to it. It's like almost a speakeasy. It's kind of hard to find. Gosh. Okay, that's it for us, guys. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Ryan and I are venturing out to go grab some breakfast. We were really craving a bit of a slower morning today, so we kind of slept in a little bit. We're taking our time. We're walking to Seagull Method, which is a breakfast spot that I have very high hopes for. So let's hope it's really good. And then I think we're going to go to a gym and hit a little workout today because we're really craving some movement other than walking. Here's a little fun fact. Lisbon is actually one of the cities in all of Europe that gets the most amount of sunny days, which I just think is so cool. And it really shows people here are happy. So let's go have some breakfast and then get the day started. On our last full day, we were so excited to have no agenda, no rushing around, no plans, other than just eating really good and soaking up the city. So if you were to only take one of my recommendations for breakfast, please let it be the Seagull Method. This place absolutely blew me away. It happened to be the best cup of coffee I had on the entire trip, and I am a self-proclaimed coffee snob. The breakfast was also really delicious. Ryan and I both really loved everything that we got. It kind of feels like a hidden gem tucked away too. We did request this window seat, which was so lovely. It was a morning time, it was kind of breezy outside, and we just got to sit and people watch out the window. This trip has felt extra special for Ryan and I because we keep saying it might be our last European summer as just the two of us before we start that next chapter, which honestly is so surreal to even say out loud. But I just need to remind anybody who's watching this, if you are lucky enough to be madly in love with the person you are with, I just want to remind you that you are one of the lucky ones. After breakfast, we did end up finding a gym and decided to just walk around the city and hang out on our last day before popping over to O Momento for a little afternoon snack. This cozy little corner only serves one thing, empanadas, and I love going into a restaurant that specializes in just one thing. All of the empanadas are made fresh daily, and if they don't have the empanada that you want to order, they will literally just whip it up in about 13 minutes to be exact. My favorites were the spicy beef and the truffle and cheese. And if you made it this far into the video, I've legitimately saved my favorite restaurant for last, not on purpose, but Palm Eatery ended up being my favorite dinner that we had on the entire trip. The interior is so cool with all of the different accents of green. The menu was very unique without being too much out there. This sriracha butter bread was so good. We also really loved the prawns and the spinach pasta. Everything was so good. I highly recommend checking out Palm Eatery. Lisbon has been on my list of places that I've really wanted to visit for a long time, so I'm really glad Ryan and I got to come out here. But you know, when you build something up in your head for so long, you're almost nervous to finally go and visit because you're afraid that it won't live up to your expectations. Especially with how much content of Lisbon is on TikTok, I can proudly say that Lisbon totally lived up to the hype. Ryan and I enjoyed it so much. It's such a beautiful city with great food, great cafes, kind locals, and we just had such a great first impression and cannot wait to come back and visit again. Okay, we're back from breakfast. We are all packed up and ready to go to the Azores. So sad.